childhood TV show sets.
Teletubbies. Wow, it's still around. Oh, it's an old game. Okay.
TV shows. Blaze wants to do what now?
Okay, movie sets. Let's see here.
Well, he is the greatest of all time.
If you are a fan of the creepy and spooky or simply love scary settings, here are 10 abandoned movie sets that you can visit to get a healthy dose of that spine-chilling terror. My name is Jessie. You can find me at @JessieWills on Instagram or Jessie Wills on TikTok, and I'm very excited to be here with Fast Pass Facts.
Mos Espa set from Star Wars The Phantom Menace.
Never watched Star Wars before in my life.
If you have ever dreamed of visiting a remote spaceport in a galaxy far, far away, you don't need to go further than Tunisia. Built as the desert alien world of Tatooine in Star Wars The Phantom Menace, the set of Mos Espa still stands as a souvenir of the movie we all love. A fun fact is that it was named after a Tunisian town called Tatooine. Built in the middle of nowhere, this set served as the home planet of Anakin Skywalker. The producers chose to build a set in the actual desert this time to build authenticity. After the filming was over, the Tunisian government urged
The thing is, though, guys, I never seen Star Wars, so don't yell at me. I never seen Star Wars before in my life. I'm more into Star Trek. Sorry, guys.
filmmakers to leave the set, so the surreal settings along with their otherworldly structures were left behind. Although the dust storms and the moving sand dunes have taken their toll, you can still visit Mos Espa and walk through the childhood planet of Anakin Skywalker, where he and his mother lived as slaves. You even get to see the moisture vaporizers, which were the devices used by the aliens of Tatooine to harvest atmospheric humidity and obtain water. After all, if you can't visit aliens, the next best thing is to visit the place where they once lived, right?
The Town of Spectre from Big Fish.
Oh, I see Big Fish.
is a 2003 fantasy drama directed by Tim Burton. Instead of using CGI, Tim Burton decided to build the set of the entire town, complete with neat rows of houses, a church, and even many businesses. Thus, the Town of Spectre was born on Jackson Lake Island, a private island on the Alabama River. After the filming, the set was never torn down, leaving the ghost town as is. In the movie, Spectre was a beautiful and idyllic town, but time has obviously done its damage, and the abandoned set now looks, well, abandoned, and a little bit spooky. The set also includes the dark forest from the movie. 2 of the artificial trees installed for the movie remain. You can step through them and enter the enchanting town where everyone went without shoes. The abandoned set has been left free for ghosts to roam around. You can find them munching on the grass and enjoying the sun. The houses all look debilitated and weathered, but it's still pretty awesome to get to walk through the entire fantasy town. If you really want to take your time exploring, you can even camp on the island overnight. But don't get spooked by the abandoned trees in the water.
The gas station from The Hills Have Eyes.
Never seen
In the
it.
famous horror movie The Hills Have Eyes, a family traveling through the New Mexico desert stops at a dilapidated gas station to ask for directions. The attendant tells them about a shortcut that cuts through the hills. The family ends up taking this shortcut, which ends in disaster for them. Instead of shooting this in a real gas station in the US, they used a remote location outside the city of Ouarzazate, Morocco. The producers built a US-themed gas station and a diner to film the scene. Even today, the set stands there in the middle of nowhere, astonishingly preserved. It looks exactly like you would expect a creepy gas station in a horror movie to look. There's even a broken down, rusted car standing outside, and colored glass bottles attached to stumps of some kind. The inside of the gas station is filled with American props. It has everything from canned goods to sports memorabilia to a rusted fan and refrigerator. The whole place looks like someone abandoned it in a hurry to save themselves. The setting is so uniquely unsettling that you almost expect something to jump out from a corner and grab you. If you are someone who loves horror films and the adrenaline that comes with thrilling experiences, this set is a must visit.
Hawthorne Plaza Mall from Gone Girl. Gone
Never
Girl
seen
is
it.
a movie that kept us on the very edge of our seats the entire time. One of the scenes that raised goosebumps for everyone featured a visit by the police to an abandoned mall. The mall is actually an abandoned mall called Hawthorne Plaza in Hawthorne, California. Once a bustling shopping mall, it closed its doors in 1999. And since then, its remains have been featured in several movies, such as Gone Girl, Rush Hour, and Minority Report. The mall spans over 900,000 square feet. Today, the mall is in ruins, with many buildings crumbling to the ground. It has been damaged, making it look very creepy overall. It fits perfectly with the eerie and ominous setting of the movie. While it is not legal to tour the inside of the mall, you can still take a stroll around it. After all, being so close to a famed filming location is exciting in itself, right?
The Medieval Village from Hansel and Gretel.
Never
Witch
seen it.
Hunters. In Germany,
Never seen it.
there exists one of the world's oldest large-scale film studios called the Babelsberg Film Studio. Many famous movies, such as Inglourious Basterds and V for Vendetta, have been shot here. Most notable is the 2013 action-horror comedy movie, Hansel and Gretel, The Witch Hunters. The set of the medieval-era village from the movie still remains at the studio. You can visit everything from the quaint town center to the fake well. But let us warn you, it looks eerie, like a ghost town that was suddenly abandoned by all its inhabitants. The eerily beautiful set gives a very authentic medieval-era feel, and the detail that has gone into building this set is exquisite. Even though the buildings are not made of real stone, you will never be able to tell the difference. Part of the set has burned down, but the blackened building is still standing. As part of a Babelsberg studio tour, you can visit this set along with many others. You can walk through the medieval ruins and finally fulfill all your fantasies of pretending you were born in a different era.
The District 12 village from The Hunger Games. Near Asheville in North Carolina, there's a ghost town called the Henry River Mill Village. It was a flourishing textile town, but was abandoned in 1970s and was brought back to life by the filming of The Hunger Games. The producer saw the village and decided it would be the perfect setting for the filming of the post-apocalyptic movie. Thus, Henry River Mill Village became District 12, home to Katniss Everdeen and Peeta Mellark. One of the 21 debilitated workers' cottages served as Katniss's home, and the village company store became Peeta Mellark's bakery. One of the mill houses, however, met its demise. It was sacrificed for an explosion in the movie. You can tour the village and visit these iconic places.
The bus scene from The Fugitive.
Never seen Fugitive.
How exactly does one abandon a bus scene? When it is The Fugitive, anything is possible. The 1993 thriller starring Harrison Ford features one of the most jaw-dropping bus scenes ever. Richard Kimball, the fugitive, leaps out of a bus mere moments before it is smashed to pieces by an oncoming freight train. This scene had everyone on the edges of their seats, biting their nails, waiting to see if he would manage to jump out before the train crashed into the bus. The producers thought that fans deserved to visit the spot where such an iconic scene was filmed. This scene was filmed along a portion of the Smoky Mountain Railroad outside Dillsboro, North Carolina. The filmmakers wanted it to be as authentic as possible, as they used an actual bus and train to film this scene. Apparently, it was filmed in a single take. That's no surprise, considering it cost a whopping $1 million to film this scene. The derailed train, along with the mangled remains of the bus, were left there at the mercy of the elements. You can visit the rusted remains of the train crash and touch a piece of Hollywood gold. The place is very picturesque, perfect for a photo shoot or two. But don't go there alone. We have heard rumors about it being haunted by ghosts.
The Spanish Mission from The Patriot.
Never seen it.
4 delicious pieces of chocolate.
Yum.
3 crisp wafers. 2 layers. In South Carolina, there is a 170-acre preserve called the Cypress Gardens. It encompasses gardens, an 80-acre blackwater cypress swamp, and the remains of a scene from the 2000 historical epic, The Patriot. This movie was set during the American Revolutionary War. The Spanish Mission was a set that was custom built for the film, and it included a bridge that the ruins of an old church. This served as the Black Swamp Militia's secret island headquarters. This set was so authentic that it blended very well with the environment, making it look as if it was truly a part of the Cypress Gardens. So, after production, the decision was made to leave the set as is. You may visit the Cypress Gardens, but if you want to visit the abandoned set, you have to know exactly where to look. This picturesque location wasn't just used to shoot one movie, but 2. The 2004 romantic drama, The Notebook, starring Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams, was also filmed here. The Cypress Gardens are worth visiting for their beauty alone, but the fact that 2 famous movies were filmed here is the cherry on top of the cake.
The Viking Village from Vikinger. At
Never
the
seen
bottom
it.
of Mount Versterhorn, near Huv, a fishing village in the wilds of southeast Iceland, there lies an authentic-looking Viking village. Unfortunately,
Policemen swear to God, love singing from the judge. I know my friends. Remember when we used to not. It's one of the most iconic cars in movie history. The DeLorean in Back to the Future hits 88 miles an hour and travels through time. Now, a Los Angeles
Ow, my
man
back.
just bought a DeLorean. He's paying a price for mimicking that famous scene with Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. 88 miles per hour! Grad student Spencer White was driving on the freeway when he realized he was way over the speed limit.
I saw that I was going
Reaction
85
video.
miles an hour. So I thought, I could probably just take it up to 88 because of the whole Back to the Future thing.
Spencer's mom, Michaeline, who was riding in the passenger seat, actually egged him on.
I'm like, oh, well, we're in a DeLorean. It's almost 88. Why not get it just a little bit faster? And Spencer, okay.
So he put the pedal to the metal and reached the magic number. Wouldn't you know it, just then, a cop pulled him over.
Him and his passengers seemed very ecstatic and very happy, holding back chuckles. And I was kind of wondering why.
It took CHP officer Kevin McGee just a moment to figure it out.
And that's when I realized that 88 miles an hour, DeLorean, Back to the Future.
He comes back and he's got the radar gun and he says, "Hey, you want to take a picture of it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take a picture of it."
Spencer got a well-deserved speeding ticket that came with a $400 fine. Ouch.
It's not a good idea. But it was sure fun while it lasted.
And it turns out Officer McGee